Tron from Rapido Trains Inc. I'm sitting at the assembly line in the LRC factory. We're working on FA-2s here. This is a Lehigh Valley FA-2 shell that we're just preparing to go to the printing room. We're cutting parts here for the 3,800 cubic foot covered hopper. And I'm going to take you around the factory and show you what's up. Here we have a whole bunch of FA-2 parts that have just recently been painted. Let's have a look and see what the painting guy's doing right now. That's a copper painting mask. We make copper painting masks, several for each project. What the copper painting mask does is it's designed to fit exactly over the model. It goes over every single rivet. Everything has got to be as clean as possible to get a clean edge. If it doesn't have a clean edge, like the roof of these FA-2s, the edge is not clean, we have to go back and fix it later. So it's very important that your copper painting masks are bang on. These people here are gluing on the etched metal side grills. One of the most difficult things to put on a locomotive. I'm actually going to step away because I'm probably too loud. Everyone has experience with grills popping loose on their own models, so you can imagine how much work and how careful they are to make sure there's no glue oozing out, there's no other problems. These are trimming parts for the 3,800 series cover, 3,800 cubic foot covered hopper, right? And when you're doing a run of 10,000 cars, that's a lot of little bits that you've got to trim off on the molds with nippers, and it takes days and days and days. Whenever you get small parts that have been painted, these here are cardboard covered in tape, and it's somebody's job to stick all the parts to the cardboard, thousands of them, ready to be painted. So my engineer and we're at John's tooling workshop, and it's very, very loud here, but we're gonna have a look. Sean Tabuso Yinyu. He means he doesn't speak English, he has no idea what I'm saying. So I'm saying Sean is a really nice guy. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at what's going on here. In fact, right over here is something to look at. This is an EDM machine. You can see the sparks right there. Okay, electrical discharge machining. If you look closely on it, you'll see what we're doing is we're actually tooling the boiler jacket of the Royal Hudson. Look closely and you'll see the details, right? And we tool it by eroding it. Little sparks cut away at the steel. And the way that the steel knows, what to be cut is we use these copper electrodes. These copper electrodes are positives, like on the model, and they erode negatives onto the mold. There it is in process. The oil stops the whole thing from overheating and burning up. Isn't that cool? Goes on for a long time. This is the mold core for the boiler. The interior of the boiler of the Royal Hudson. These are some of the copper electrodes. We call them copper poles. These are done by CNC. They're quite heavy. Okay, but you can see there the boiler jacket bands there, which were put under the mold. It was eroded on the mold with this part. Isn't that cool? This copper. These are all mold frames from the Royal Hudson. 600 is the project code for the Royal Hudson. You can see that they're all mold frames from the Royal Hudson. This is the printing room. We call it the Tampo printing room, the Tampo room at a factory. We're now doing Lehigh Valley FA-2s, putting on the black stripes. Printing a long stripe is very difficult because you really have to press the shell in hard into the mold in order to get the stripe to be perfectly straight. And the Tampo worker, she has to really inspect carefully as she's using a magnifying glass there to make sure that, that everything looks okay. Right now, Mr. Lee is adjusting the machine to print the stripes on the corner of the Erie FA-2, and you can see that we've got the mold there, which holds the shell. He uses Allen keys to adjust that, and it takes a long time to adjust for every hit. So it's not an easy job here. These are all couplers here. Couplers. We install lots of couplers. We're actually assembling the couplers with a special press here. This is our design office here at the LRC factory, and we appear to be having an issue with the Erie FA-2. So I'm coming to have a look, and we're going to get our opinion on it. Looking at the artwork, comparing with the model. That's Mr. Xiong, one of our chief engineers. This is Deng over here, and that's Ms. Zhang, who is Xiong's wife. They work together. So we use the walls for our convenient storage system. You can see all these are parts that have been painted, ready to install. These are FPA-2 fuel tanks over here. These are FA-2 fuel tanks. They've all been painted already. Then you just see this nondescript stack of bins over here. You open up a stack of bins, and what do you see? Oh my goodness. This is a complete run of New York Central FA-2 locomotives. Isn't that gorgeous? They're all ready to go. They just need to have final cleaning to get rid of the fingerprints like mine and put into the packaging, and then these will be sent out in a few days. It's been about 10 months here. We've been working at the LRC factory, and things are going really well. We're happy with how it's progressing. We have more people now, more equipment, more engineers. The factory is becoming a real model train factory. But this actually, the whole landscape's changing around it too. Have a look here. That's a brand new building that's just going up across the way. And right through the middle of the picture there, you can see there's a road that's not actually finished yet. But we're different in China. As long as there's a road that you can go on, cars go on it, we're dodging construction equipment, we're dodging the holes. We don't wait till they actually open the road. So we've been taking that road every day. It's still a beautiful landscape here with the hills, the mountains, the trees, the farmland, the river, everything like that. And I hope that as the whole area grows, that it still keeps a bit of that nice agrarian feel, because it's really beautiful. Oh, high-speed train. We have a high-speed line just outside the window, which is pretty awesome. So that's really it for now. I'll be back here in a couple months, and I will give you another report then about all the things happening at the Rapido factories in China. Until then, take care.